Good morning, girls. How are you? I hope you are all doing fine and you are all safe. Okay, today we are completing and finishing our lesson translation, lesson 17.1. And I'm going to start by try and solve the problems that I left for you as a classwork or homework yesterday. In page 835, I left question B for you. As a recall for our lesson, I told you yesterday that we are dealing with translation now in two ways. I told you that there's two ways for translation. The normal translation that we did using the coordinate notation when he give you the vector and tell you how many points that you should translate. And then we took the vector way, which is this way. Instead of giving you the numbers of points that you should translate, he will give you a vector just like this example that was left for you to do. You have a figure, you have A, B, C, D, this is a quad, and you are required to move it or translate it along this vector. And then I told you that when you have a vector like this, what you should do, you should start by counting how many points that you need to move using this vector. And my counting should start from my initial point. Remember, this is the initial point till the terminal point. The terminal point is not here, is not here, is not, it is at the end of the arrow, okay? And then I start by counting. To move from here to here, what should I do? It's very obvious. I should move left and then I should move up. So I have to ask myself, how many points left did I move? I moved 1, 2, 3. I moved 3 points and then, so 3 left and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 up. So it's a 3 left and 5 up. So all of my points here should move the same. It should move 3 left and 5 up, right? And then I was going to start moving my points. We were going to start moving our points. All points you should move, of course. All of the points you should move. And then you will get something like this. Yes, exactly. Let's count in here and see what's happening. A, starting with A. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exactly A prime. And then for B, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, not 1, 2, sorry, it was the 3 left. It's my wrong, yes. 1, 2, 3 left, sorry, yes. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up to get B prime. And then I'm going to do the same thing with C, and then I should do the same thing with D. You don't need to draw these dashed lines. You don't need to do it. Just this dashed line is telling you that each point was translated along this line, which means in the DD prime, AA prime, CC prime, BB prime are all equal and are all parallel to V vector. You understand this? And this will be the result image. Please, 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 again, never ever forget to name your points. I just can't have some point without a name. What is this? You have to tell me that this is A prime, this is B prime, this is C prime, this is D prime, and then you have to connect the dots to give me the figure or the new figure. Of course, this is a rigid or non-rigid motion. It's what? A rigid motion, because the size of the two objects are the same. It is the same figure, just different what? Just different places. Yes, very good. Okay, and then let's go to the second question that I left for you in the next page. Sorry, let's go to the next page in here. Yes, I left for you this as well. Draw the image of triangle ABC after a translation along vector V. Again, my vector is starting from this point here, ending at this point there. Let's count. It's very obvious. I went down and then I went left. How many down? 1, 2 squares, so 2 down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 left. So each point here should move 2 down and 5 left. So 2 down and 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on until I found all my points. And remember, each point you have to name it. in here. Sorry. Yes, let's go. This will be your solution. Let's check. A, I moved 2 down. So let's see, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exactly A prime. For B, I have 1, I have 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to have B prime, and then the same thing for C to find C prime, and then I connected the dots to have my image. What about these 3 lines? These are the lines of translation, which is all equal and all parallel to V, because they are in the same direction, right? Okay. And then for the second part, it was the vector when it's given as a component like this. Let's go back to the student edition. Yes. When he was giving you, instead of the vector and you have to count, he is going to give you this, the component. Yes, the component form of the vector. When he give you the component form of the vector, I told you the component should be, first of all, between these 2 kinds of brackets. It shouldn't be any other bracket. It shouldn't be the normal brackets. It should be these kind of brackets. When you see these kinds of bracket, it means this is a component of a vector. The first number that will come in front of you is always the x value, and this is the y value. Since they are all positive, so you are moving right and you are moving up, because we said here, if I have x plus a, this means I'm moving right. X minus a, I'm moving left. Y plus b, I'm moving up. Y minus b, I'm moving down. And then I left question B for you in here in this page, right? Let's read it. The pre-image coordinate is whatever. Of course, the first thing that you should do, because I found some girls sending me this without drawing the pre-image first. When you are translating, I have to draw the original image and then I translate it. So he is giving you the points that you should graph first. All of this should be graphed first. So this should be graphed first, and then I am starting to slide this along this vector. Okay? So first of all, you will draw this. Of course, 3 and 0, you put the points, and then you will find a certain triangle. I have to move it across the vector, -2 and 3. -2 and 3 means what? It's going to be x minus 2 and y plus 3. This is negative, as he is writing here. So x minus 2 and y plus 3. And then what should I do? Each number in x, I'm going to subtract it from 2. So 3 minus 2 is going to be a 1. 0 plus 3 is going to be a what? A 3. Okay, let's see the solution to explain from it right away. Like in here, yes. So x minus 2 and y plus 3. And then I'm starting to subtract. We stopped here. 2 minus 2, 0. -2 plus 3, 1. 4 minus 2, 2. -2 plus 3, 1. And then what should I do with these 3 points? This is going to be A prime, B prime, C prime, and then I should find them and graph them. As you can see, we have 2 figures because the first one is the pre-image, A, B, C, and then the second one is the image that we drew from here, A, B, C. And let's check. It is supposed that each point moved 2 units left because this is negative, and 3 units up because this is positive. Let's see. 1, 2. Yes, exactly 2 units or 2 points left. What about up? Starting from here, 1, 2, and 3. And 3 units up. Exactly, my figure is correct. Very good. The question here, the image will be in quadrant. What is this quad here? This is in quadrant 1. So my image landed in quadrant 1. Okay, let's go back to the student edition and think about question 5 and 6. Draw the pre-image and image of each triangle under a translation along -4 and 1. First of all, -4 and 1 means what? It means that I should move left 4 units because this is negative, and up 1 unit because this is what? Because this is positive. You know, you don't need even to calculate this. Since you already understand that I should move 4 units left and 1 unit up, you can do it right away. Anyway, I'm going to start by graphing the pre-image first. You have to graph the pre-image first. So this is what we did here. Of course, the pre-image is A, 2 and 4, 2 and 4, and then B is 1 and 2, and then C is 4 in X and 2 in Y. So I graphed the ABC. After finding ABC, I understood that each point should be moved 4 units left because this is negative and 1 unit up because this is positive. You can either do it by just moving each point right away, or you can go up and do it in this way, in the points way. Whatever suits you, whatever is easier for you, and get the answer correctly. If you want to do it in this way, do it. Each point you will put it, and then you will start subtracting, and then you will start adding. It's okay. If you just want to do it in the easier way, which is I understand that -4 means left and +1 means up, you can do it. For me, I'm going to do it the second way. So each point should move left 4 points and 1 unit up. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. A prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. B prime. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. C prime. And this is my figure. It landed in quad 2. Let's do in the same in here. First of all, we are going to graph the pre-image. So we graph these points. So P is 2 and -1, so we went down. This is P. Q is again 2 and -3 down here. And then for R, it's a 4 and -3. This is my figure. I have to move it 4 units left and 1 unit up. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 up. P prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 up. Q prime. And for R, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 up, it's a R prime. And then do not forget to complete or connect your dots. And then I had what? This is in quad what? It's in quad 3. So my image landed in quad 3. It's pretty easy, right? I think it's very easy. Okay, let's go now to the last part of our lesson. Very, very easy part. It is the opposite of what we were doing here. In here, he was giving you the pre-image, and he is giving you the component of the vector that you should start translating with to find what the image. What is the goal? The goal is to finding the image. This was the goal. In the next explain, the last concept, you have the opposite. Already I have the image and the pre-image. This is all given, this is all drawn, and you have to find the vector itself. Yani, the question is, what is your translation? How many points did you translate? How many left, how many up, how many right, how many down? This is the question. Opposite of what we were doing in here, but very easy. Forget what about everything written here. Let's just think. First of all, when I have two figures like this, the first thing that you should find is, what is my pre-image? I have two figures. Can I start with anyone? Of course not. Where is my pre and where is my image? The pre is without the prime. So this is my pre-image, and this is the original, and this is the final image. Okay? You are going to trace any point you want. How many points do I have in my figure in here? We have 3 points. I have A, I have B, and I have C. Just stick with a point and start counting. We will think about A, for example, or B, since the book is doing it here, B. Let's think about B. You would ask yourself, B moved from here till here. Okay, for its moving from here till here, how many points did it move? Up, down, right, or left? Okay, let's see. For B to move from here to here, it went down and then it went left, or sorry, right. Okay, how many points down did it move? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so 4 down. 4 down. And how many points left? Right, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 right. And then you are going to write like this. I moved 4 down and 5 right. Right? Okay. The down and the up is for y or x? For y. And since it's down, it's going to be negative or positive? It's going to be negative, right? So it's going to be here negative 4 for y. And the x, right and left is for x, right? And since this is right, it's going to be positive or negative? It's going to be positive. So positive 5, sorry, positive 5 for x. Okay, very good. So I found my x and y. Now I need to write them as a component. I need to write them as a component. First of all, I told you not any bracket can express the component. This only express the component. And then the x is positive 5. So positive 5, comma, the y is negative 4. And close your bracket or close your component. And that's it. In this way, I wrote the component. Is it hard? Very easy, right? The trick here is to please always concentrate before writing your component that you make sure that you put the y in the place of y and the x in the place of x, because if you miss this, if you put this together, if you didn't make sure that you put y instead of y and x instead of x, you will end with another vector about another translation. It will be totally wrong. Okay. Okay, let's go back to in here and check, is our solution correct or no? Okay, so we wrote plus 5 and negative 4 and it was correct. 5 and negative 4. Okay, I'm going to leave question B for you. I'm going to leave question B for you. It's very easy. Again, you are going to just think about a certain point and start counting how many points up, how many points left, how many points down, and so on. And the trick is for you to understand. We can write this as a note. The trick for you is to understand that up means positive y, down negative y, sorry, negative y, right, positive x, and left is negative x. Okay. Okay, so again, question B is going to be done by you, and then you have to send me pictures. It's very easy. You can do it. You did much harder things. Okay, let's think about question 7, reflect, because it's important. What is the component form? Remember, the component form thing is this thing. This is called the component form. When you are asked about the component form, this is the component form, okay? What is the component form of a vector that translates figures horizontally? That translates figures horizontally. Let's think about my image in here. This is the pre-image, right? What do you think if my image was, instead of being here, it was exactly in here? I moved horizontally. Of course, we remember horizontally is moving like this, vertically moving like this. So this is horizontal. Horizontally means that if my figure was moving, will it change y? No, it will not go up and down. It will only go right and left. So if I am only moving right and left, will my y change? No. Am I translating up or down? No. So what will be the value of y? It will be what? It will be 0. Exactly. Very good. It should be a 0 because I'm only moving right or down. And for example, if I give you an example like this and tell you what does this mean? A component like 5 and comma 0. What does this component do? It moves 5 units right and 0 units in y. This is when you are moving 0 units in y, yani you are neither moving up nor down. So this is what this is, moving horizontally. So in question 7, we are going to write the component or the y value of the component will be will be 0, and that's it. Okay. Okay. What do we have left in this lesson? Yes, question 8, you are going to do it by yourself as well. You can do it. So you have question B and question 8 just as a classwork today. And then we are going to, in here, we still have only 3 questions to do together. And the homework and the classwork or the performance indicator for you today will be posted on the ClassDojo, inshallah. Okay, I need to do with you now question 5 and question 9 and then question 15 in the next page. Okay, let's do question 5 together. Draw the pre-image and image of each triangle under the given translation. I have triangle A given for me, and then I have the vector component or the component of the vector that I should translate with. First of all, what should I do with the 3 points? I should graph the 3 points. I will find where is -3 and -1, where is -3, 0, -1, -2, so -3 in X and -1 down. So 8 prime is going to be in here. Okay, we can find the solution right away for you to understand. I don't want you to see the other answers, just for this only. And you have to do all of the rest by yourself. Okay, what happened here? First of all, I grabbed my image, my pre-image, sorry. So A is -3 in X and -1 down. B is -2 in X and 2 up. And then C is 0 and -1. And then I closed my triangle and named it ABC. I should move it how many points? Yes, I should move it 3 right and 2 up. This is positive, so right, so 3 right and 2 up. Let's move it, starting with A. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, A prime. 1, 2, 3, 3 squares, and then 1, 2, B prime. For C, 1, 2, and 3, and 2 up, C prime. And you are done. Pretty easy, right? Okay, let's go to question 9. Question 9 is saying, name the vector, write it in component form. What is the name of this vector? This vector is GH ray. You remember when you are writing a line segment, we said that we have 3 kinds of lines, right? Line segment, straight line, ray. And to represent the line segment, you will write the name of the 2 points in GH, and then up you will put a line. without any arrows or anything. If you are representing a straight line, this line will be with 2 arrows at both ends. If you are talking about array like this case, you are going to write GH, and then up you are going to put a what? Just a line with a 1 arrow, right? Okay. So my line in here is going to be the GH. So to name the vector, it's going to be GH, and then I'm going to put the arrow in here. The problem is that in my yeah, I cannot do it on here to write for you. I can do it on the whiteboard. We can do it. I'm going to write GH. Now this is question 9. GH, and then up here to represent that this is array because it has 1 endpoint and 1 arrow, I'm going to, this is array or a vector. Okay. So the rest of the question, he is saying the rest of the question to write it in component form. Component form and this form, as we said, this form. Now I need to find from the starting point till the ending point, how many points did it move? Let's count from G till H. Well, it moved 2 points down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right. So 2 down, 5 right. Okay, let's try to write this as a component form. 2 down and 5 right. So 2 down means negative y, or negative 2 in y, right? 5 down, 5 right means positive 5 in x. So I can write the component right away. X comes first, so it's going to be a 5. You don't need to write the positive. This is for us. And comma negative 2. And you are done. So this is the component form, and this is the name of the vector. GH ray, and I put it in vector component or component form. Okay. I still have one example to do with you, which is question 15. Question 15, where's question 15? Yes, in here. Explain the error. We have a student who did something wrong as usual. I know that you love this type of question, I know. Okay, explain the error. Andrew is using vector V, this is my vector of translation, to draw a copy of triangle ABC. Take care, this is your original A, B, and C. And then he graphed this as a pre-image. As an image, sorry. Explain his error. Actually, just by saying before we count, before we do anything, it's very, very obvious that there is a mistake here. There is something wrong. Translation change size? Never. This is a rigid motion, so it will not change size, right? So what happened here? Don't you see that there is a very, very obvious change in size? There is a change in size, right? From A, B, C to A prime, B prime, C prime, they are not the original size. So there is something wrong here. Let's start counting. My vector, I should move how many points? From the starting or from the initial to the end, I should move 1, 2, 3 down and 1, 2, 3 right. So 3 down and 3 right. 3 down and 3 right. Let's count. Did he do this for all points? Let's start by C. 1, 2, 3 down, correct, and 1, 2, 3 right. So it's the correct point. What about A? 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Is this correct? So this is his error. In A, he didn't move the correct points. He moved only 2 points down, although he should move how many points? He should move 3 points. So the original image should be in here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A prime, instead of being here, it should be in here. And the same comes for B. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. It should be in here. Yani in B, he moved 4 points right, which is very wrong. And in A, he only moved 2 points. So it's all wrong, as you can see. So what we can write is as he is telling you in here. And we can write this in our own words. I'm going to tell him, for example, for question 15, the correct vector is 3 right and 3 down. But for point A, he only moved 2 points down. So this was his mistake. Okay. Thank you very, very much. The lesson is done. The homework and classwork will be left for you. And on HRW, you will be having an online assignment that will be due maybe in 2 or 3 days. And as well as some Professor Berger video that will re-explain in a better detailed way. Thank you very much and take care.